Good morning. This is Greg Sykes from Greg Enterprises. I just wanted to go over a couple of things that we are doing here at Greg Enterprises. As you can see, this is a full learning facility. We learn via virtual learning. You can access my site through Greg Enterprises, which is www.gregenterprises.com. We do a whole bunch of interactions with people from all around the world. I have started this facility some time ago, actually from groups that I used to work at on the web. It actually started with Cisco Study Group, and from here we kind of took off. As you can see, this is my website. We have a whole bunch of different things going on, as you can see here. If you go to home here, you'll notice that this gives you some information. The site's still under construction, but it actually give you some stuff that we're doing as far as projects. And to sign up for Greg Enterprises, you would click this link here, and it'll take you to this site, which you'd log in and sign up through our internship program. Internship program gives you some details about what we do. Okay. We have 24/7 access via virtual learning. Most of the learning is through Skype. We have a group that we work with on Skype, which is the Greg Enterprises group. And from this group, we do daily things with our members as far as learning virtually. Just to give you some highlights, currently right now we're doing a project with CCP, the Cisco Configuration Professional. I'm just going to show you in the background. Let's minimize this and show you in the background what we're doing with this Cisco. So I'm in the process right now of working with the Cisco Configuration Manager, as you can see here. We're working with one of our members, and we are actually configuring the Cisco Configuration Manager. And we're in the process of actually adding a loopback adapter through the computer management system. To do that, you just go to computer management, add the legacy devices. From here, once you add the legacy devices, you can actually just do an install from here. And you'll pick the network adapters. Okay, and just hit next. You'll find it. You go to scroll down and go to Microsoft. And from here, you will actually add the Microsoft loopback adapters. Now, I'm just going to show you this. This is a video that we're doing. Now, when we added the Microsoft loopback adapters through the control panel, we was able to actually set up a project here through GNS3. Initially, it was just a router, a switch, and a cloud. Actually, it was just a router and a switch, a router and a cloud. We wanted to be able to test this out to make sure that we can ping on the outside. So let's just go to the router real quick, and I'll show you something real quick. This is our router. So if you do a show, hold on, just click this light on so we can get some more light here. Show IP interface brief. Whoops. Go back. You see that we have our router, our gateway, going to 10.10.10.1. So the goal was to take this address and try to ping this from the loopback on the outside. And I'll show you that in 1 second through our command prompt. Actually, I have a space between command. So we want to go to the command prompt. Still got space there. So go to the command prompt. And it was 10.10.10.1, right? So you want to ping that. Put -T, so there's whatever. And you can see we can ping the loopback adapters, which is great. And that's what we wanted. We want to be able to ping that adapter. Okay. So the original configuration was this. Now from there, we needed to set up the Cisco configuration. Professional is here. Let's bring that up. I'm going to close that. And while that's coming up, I'm going to go back to the site and show you some other things. So you would actually sign up through the site itself, and I would get the email, and I'd be able to kind of evaluate what's going on. I'm going to show you that we do have some activity coming in. If I log into my account, because I'm the administrator, and I'm going to log in. And right now, we have 158 applicants that's on file. And I'm just going to go back and show you the actual applicants that we have on file. A lot of people coming in here as of October 2nd. I get this, and I'd be able to evaluate the applicant and see if they're, if they're qualified, do you have some kind of network experience, and I would send you an email back to give you some information on whether or not you qualify for the internship. Okay, so going back to the actual site itself, so I mentioned we have a lot of projects going on. This is our project thing. We have VLabs that's going on here, and we also have a virtual manager system, and I can give you a better view of that from the actual site itself. So this is another page here. This is my infrastructure. These are some of our students that we've had in the past. And this is actually in the background. This is the infrastructure in the background to show you exactly what's connected versus this picture here. So on this page here, there's some projects that's pending. You can also, from this page here, you also can click here and get to that internship page, the same thing. I have like two links from different sources. So we have this project for the Oracle VM that's going on. And we also have this project here for VM infrastructure at Greg Enterprises. And a couple other projects. We got the Zen project that's going on. We also have the VLabs, the Cisco project, configuring, installing ASR 9000. Everything on this page is kind of current projects that we have going on. And then for CCNP, we have a layer 2, layer 3 project that we have going on, an MPLS project. Okay, so as mentioned before, not sure why the Cisco configuration manager did not come up, but we're going to see why. Normally we come up through a website. So let's just see if we can get it through here. We type Cisco configuration manager. That's the promo here. The demo. Let me look at this real quick and see if we did install it. See if it did come up. Here it goes. All right, so as you can see, the Cisco Configuration Manager is coming up. This Configuration Manager is working directly with this project here, with GNS3. Okay, and I have been actually going through some stuff with the group in reference to what we need to do. Anytime we have any project with the group, as you can see here, everybody participates in reference to what we're doing with different things day to day. This is a day-to-day project. Okay, and it's great because I think Skype's a great medium because you can actually video or call in. You know, it doesn't cost you anything to call me via Skype. We blog here, and all the interactions are here in reference to what we need to do daily as far as if we're doing something with this particular project. We had any problems. There was a problem with CCP. My problem with CCP is working. Turned out to be a problem with Java. The runtime, the version of Java wasn't running. And then this particular app we had to put in there for Java to get it to run, to increase the RAM. I think it's a great way to interact. So the Cisco Configuration Professional is coming up. At the same time, we actually, like I said before, we added loopback on this. Just want to go. I try to make sure I tape most of the stuff, the interactions that we're doing with the group. I tape it. We showed you how GNS3 we was able to put GNS3 together with this. In this case, we're adding a 7200 router. This is the same as what we're doing here. All the routers are over here. Initially, you may have to just see what your iOS, as far as your preferences. If you wanted to add an iOS for the router, generally speaking, you would do it from here. We have interaction this morning. Let's see what's going on. All right, so this is loading, but we're having a little bit of a problem loading this right now. It's just retrieving ports. It's taking a little while to load, so there may be a problem with the actual configuration manager. And I was talking to Glory about this earlier. Sometimes with Java, the version of Java, depending on your machine, we need to check to see what version of Java we have on this machine. Because sometimes with Java, it has to be a certain version, and I had mentioned that earlier with the group. Like what version of Java was we using? Increase the version, and I says, Glory, well, it's nice to go back and see a log for what we were actually doing. This version of Java, GNS3. I have version 3.1, she said. So what version do I have here? About the version. Version 8, update 31. All right. So let me just do something real quick. So anytime you're having a problem, we can just blog it and just say, okay, Glory got my CCP working on my other computer. This computer is having a problem loading CCP. It's running but not connecting. And I'm just going to post something. And this is the version. This is the version Java that I have on this computer. May need to team view to look more into this. Let me know if someone is free. So that's how we really interact with problems versus what we need to do on a day-to-day basis. Okay. And an FYI, I am able to ping the router. Okay, so on a day-to-day basis, this is what we have going on. So I just wanted to give you just a brief overview on what we're doing with Greg Enterprises. This is just some of the projects we're doing here. I'm in the process right now of reloading our VM. We have a different VM on the other computer. We have a 2008, 2010 Linux, Debian, and ESXi that we wanted to go over. So we try to go over this on a daily basis. I try to go through the blog. Some of the groups are actually working on their certification with CCNA. We posted some stuff to try to get these guys up to speed with their subnetting. Some people actually are working on subnetting. Some people are working on CCNP. We have a different flavor of people in this group that work on different things. Just to give you some highlights of what's going on. Our review from the last time with the group was, I did post some stuff here. Okay. Just wanted to go down a little bit. Oh, a little further up. Just want to tell Carl. So also, you may have to make your presentations a little more simplified. Some of the guys think that it's what can I say as far as wording? It's a little too advanced for their comprehension. Let's coordinate later on. Let's coordinate later on comprehension. Okay. So this is just something I have an interaction with everybody in the group on a one-on-one, and then we have the group blog, which we talk with everybody on the group here, the group blog, and this is what we do day to day. It's 24/7, so anybody on a different time zone can always come on and post something, and somebody will always respond back. I think it's a great way to learn. It's a great learning curve to take you to different levels of understanding. I'm going to close Java here. So we went over GNS3. One thing I want to go over real quick with the V Labs with the Cisco thing is this is a good learning curve also for CCNA. I constructed this V Labs for people to understand what V Labs is. It goes through a whole durations of 10 labs that will test your troubleshooting skills on Cisco devices. It goes through 1 through 10. And it goes everything in detail as far as how to go through this lab. And this is a troubleshooting lab. So a lot of people kind of get stuck on this because troubleshooting is a technique. And it's not out of the book. You have to be able to think and solve problems through that. Okay, so right now I'm interacting with Carlos here. I talked to with Ray, and Bruce. We are, let's see, and they're lost in some of the concepts. And Bruce, and they're lost in some of the concepts. Okay. So this is what's going on. I just wanted to give you an interactive view of what we do day to day with Greg Enterprises. I really take this seriously as far as making sure that everybody has an understanding, or at least we can communicate effectively. You learn team building on how to work with projects in a team setting. You're able to do things and add to different things as far as new product lines that we're learning about with this. I try to keep everything fresh, and I try to keep everything kind of organized, as far as our beliefs, give you some tips about remarkable successful people on this site. I was going to tell you about Great Enterprises and what we do. Just gives you that back to that site here. But also the contact, well, that's still on the construction. But if you needed to contact me via the internship's the best way to go. Okay. Just click on that link for the internship and sign up. It shows you how to apply. You'll have to put some information in there about yourself, maybe attach a resume, and you can probably send me an email versus Greg S 2030@gmail.com. I think that's on here. And this just gives you some highlights of what we do. I thank you for joining us. And if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to email me. And this is Greg Sykes at Greg Enterprises signing out. Have a great day.